going live.
Hold on before you go live. Are you live
Oh,
already?
yeah, I clicked live.
Okay, all right.
Did I need to do something else?
I was going to tell you to make one or two mods.
Oh. Did I need to do something else?
Okay, you're live. You're live now. All right, so guys, welcome to Carter's Club first live, and the first live. Look who you're looking at, TR, the TR show. Thank you so much for coming out. The first thing that I want us all to do is to share the stream, and of course, for Carter Club, get yourself back up here. You don't want to leave me alone here.
Why not? You're better
Okay,
looking than me.
okay, all right. Yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
That's
You guys get my voice, not my face. Sorry.
all right. So guys, along with my partner, co-host, or our wonderful Carter Club, we are here this evening to entertain you as best as we can. This is the first live stream for Carter Club, and I'm just here in support of this beautiful queen. Her heart is as big as an ocean, and this lady's heart is so kind, genuine, clean. There's all the wonderful things to say about Carter Club. So, thanks for having me on your show, Carter Club, your first ever live stream. Now, what we want to do? No, no, Tiara. All right, all right. Let me just get out of here. Carter, he said no Tiara again.
Well,
All right,
that's so
Hillbilly.
fun.
Okay, Hillbilly, no Tiara again. So I am gone in the dust. All right, so we want to get some people over here. So we're gonna share the stream. So let me first do that. I'm not sure what you want to say to everybody, Carter Club, as we wait for the remaining portion of the people.
Hello and welcome to my first live stream.
Oh yes.
I mean, I'm not the public speaker, so I don't enjoy being on video or talking in public. So this will be something I need to work on. So having TR here is very much appreciated.
All right. With that being said, so this evening our question is let me jump back here. So this evening our topic is: would you take on the responsibility of a caregiver for a loved one in need? Now, this loved one can be just about anybody in relation to you. The relationship with you and this person can be father and son, mother and daughter, daughter and mother, mother and father,
Or
brother
even
and
a
sister,
friend.
friend and friend, just about whatever. Now, if you have a friend that is kind of disabled, and when I say disabled, I'm not talking about somebody that suffers autism or somebody that is suffering from a mental illness, but rather somebody that is sick physically and can't move around. Someone that when they poop, you have to clean them. Would you take the responsibility of taking care of a loved one? This is your full-time responsibility. You have to treat this child like a 6 month old child. I mean, you have to treat this person as just like a 6 month old child. How do you manage? Would you get frustrated and say, I wish this person would die, or you
Oh
wish there
my
was
God.
somebody else that would take the responsibility? How would you go about the situation? And so, in fact, we're going to pose this first question to Carter Club, because she's actually in that field. So, before we jump in the chat and ask people for their responses and their, what they think about the situation, let's have Carter Club give a brief introduction of the world of caregiving. What does this what does it take? Do you have to extend your heart to grow a little bigger? Do you have to develop the courage or a mindset to deal with the situation, or is it just a naturally situation? Does it come naturally to just be a caretaker, or do you have to go to a class and take a course of caregiving? How does it work? Especially, what's the difference between being a caretaker for your child as opposed to a caretaker for just a friend? Is there a difference between it? How does that work?
Well, for me, I think it just came naturally because I've done it, whether it be people or animals. I've done it basically all my life. So getting into caregiving was a no-brainer because my mom told me I should be great at it because I've done it all my life. The difference is I get paid to do it now versus doing it at no cost. So I do it professionally and personally. So I have our uncle here. He's actually my husband's uncle, so my uncle by marriage, 80 years old, mentally and physically disabled. And we became caregivers for him about 2 years ago when long story short, we didn't know he was still alive, but when we found out, we used to go visit him at the group home that he lived in, and that group home ended up shutting down. So the only people out of my husband's family that stepped up were myself and him. So he's been living with us for about 2 years, and we do everything for him. So cooking, bathing, restroom, everything. He doesn't do anything by himself. So what started me in caregiving was probably 7 years ago, I think. Miss Keely Smith, who was actually a legendary jazz singer in her day. I don't know if you know Keely Smith and Louis Prima in the Vegas days, the big band days. I was her personal assistant, turned caregiver. So she passed away in December of 17. But I'm really good friends with her daughter, with Louis Prima and Keely Smith's daughter. And she tried to get me for years to help her to go work for her mom. And I was like, no, no, no. And at the time I was an office manager at a naturopathic office. So it just, things aligned in the universe, and I ended up being there like 5-6 years working with her. And then she had dementia, so as she medically declined, I stepped up and became her caregiver. So that's what really started me on the actual caregiving. I've been in the medical field since about 2006, but on the office side. So I've been office manager, medical front desk, medical back office, but never really taking care of patients. So she actually started me on this journey, and I've been doing it ever since.
Mm-hmm.
But so I don't know if you have to, it takes a lot of patience, because taking care of your kids versus taking care of an adult who can't take care of themselves, there's a difference.
Yes, a huge difference.
Yeah. And you have to have a big heart, I guess, to open up my husband and I have done it, and we've always been like that because he's the same way until he got sick. So I have him to take care of too. So a year and a half ago, he got sick and ended up in a wheelchair. So that wasn't in the plans. It was me and him taking care of his uncle. And then, so now everything falls on me. So it takes a lot of compromise, a lot of patience, and a great big heart.
Okay. I definitely know one of the difference between. Okay, while I am doing this talking, what I want you to do is to go on YouTube, not in StreamYard. Go on YouTube, and as a matter of fact, let's welcome the raiders from Blacklight Records. We have a raid from Blacklight Records. I want to say thanks to everybody that is coming from Blacklight Records. Thank you so much for coming in. And while I am welcoming you all to the stream, Carterclub wants to wish you the well. Want to welcome you the same. But while I'm doing this, I want you to make at least 3 moderators just for the protection of your chat. So when you're talking, you might not be seeing what is going on in the chat. So I want you to take the time out to make at least 3 moderators.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to go on YouTube. You're going to click on the person's name. There's three dots beside the person's name. You're going to click on the option. You will see the options right there, so you can click on it. Um, uh, um, I'm not sure if you're following or you know what to do, but
No, this is all.
while you
Okay. I see three dots. Okay.
yes, click on the dots, you will see the options.
Oh, hold on. It took me out. What did I?
Right, right at the bottom, you will see make moderator. In the meantime, I want to say welcome Expedition Greg, welcome SF Rose, welcome Brown Girl Beauty, welcome Sandy K, meant to be RVing. Thank you for coming. Be amazing, Sylvia, Tony, Damien, the Fridge, Blacklight Records. Thank you for coming. Robert Banks, thank you so much for coming in as well. We have Kubo in Joan, or John. Thank you for coming. We have Carolina Hillbilly. Thank you for coming. We have the Fridge. We have Vermont Paint and Photos. Thank you for coming. Angela M. Thank you for being here as well. We have Van Life with Gina Payne. Thank you so much for coming. JC45. Thank you for coming as well. We appreciate your presence here in the building. Um, we want to say welcome to you and everybody that is coming in this evening. So this evening we're talking about being a caregiver. Would you be a caregiver? Now, for those who bear children before, for those who have had children or are still giving care to a child or children. Now, the difference between taking care of a child as opposed to your husband being disabled or your uncle being disabled or your a disabled friend is that your child who might be 6 months old or 10 months old is manageable. You can turn them over, you can take them up, you can lift them, you can change
Right.
their clothes and so forth. With an adult, you can imagine you're dealing with 200 pounds here, or and this weight is even heavier than somebody that is not disabled. You know, you have to take all this weight and you have to change their clothes and all these things. So it is hard. And Carter Club is one of these persons with this big, gigantic heart, because it takes a big heart to give care. Now, I know what it is. I've never been a caregiver of an adult, but I know what it is because I've seen it. When you have an adult wearing Pampers, you know, and you have to change them and you have to, you know, clean them and bathe them and feed them and the whole works, it's not an easy task. And this is why I take the time out to show some respect to Carter Club, because she can't go live the way she would want to go live and to gather these hours or to even make videos and edit them. It would probably take her forever, you know, to once
Right.
they become monetized. So I decided that I would take the challenge, or not even a challenge, but I would take the responsibility of encouraging her to, you know, come and tell a story. And I decided to be by her side while she get it done, until she gets used to it enough so to strike up a stream in the middle of the night and say, "Hey guys, come on over, we're..."
Maybe one day. Not.
Yeah. What I would say though, you don't have to be a public speaker. You can talk about anything. You can make it be a regular chat, like, you know, you can just bring Sandy K on here. You know, you can just bring SF Rose on here, although SF Rose is afraid of the camera as well. But you can bring somebody who is not afraid of the camera on here at any given point, and just have a conversation. Just talk about anything. You know, like we're talking about caregiving this evening. We can talk about that, but we want to involve the people in the chat in what we're saying. So I'm going to just, you know, take a break from the talking, and you're going to take your own time and, you know, welcome the people individually in the stream. You know, I'm sure you can probably see them in the stream, so you can say, you know, hello to whomever you want to say. So I will just, you know, shut up a little bit and let you welcome these wonderful people,
But I like
especially the Fridge. We have a Fridge. Can I have a drink, by the way?
the fridge made it. Thank you, the fridge, for being here. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to this view because the chat goes quicker in YouTube than it does in StreamYard.
Right.
So welcome everybody. Thanks for the raid, Blacklight Records. Angela M. I see the fridge. Thank you for coming. The fridge isn't camera shy. Maybe you can be my next co-host. The fridge.
Oh yeah, she's actually perfect to be the next co-host.
Be amazing, Sylvia. Thank you for coming. Kubo Niwan, Sandy K. And if I mess up your names, I'm so sorry. Latrice Black, amazing, Maisie, welcome. Let's see, Van Life with Gina Payne, thanks for coming. Expedition Greg, good to see you. The TR Show, thank you. Robert Banks, thanks for coming. Tony Damien, good to see you here. Let's see, that's all I see in the chat.
Okay, that's good enough. All right, so for those of you who don't know, Carterclub is going live, and she's also using StreamYard for the very, very first time. Now, if you go into StreamYard and look in the chat, you can actually click in the middle of anybody that is typing, and that comment can come on the screen. So I want you to try that. Click on somebody's name in the chat, and there's a plus sign right in the middle.
Oh, okay. See, I'm learning new things every day thanks to TR.
Oh yeah, there you go. So if someone made a comment and you want to highlight it, you can highlight it by doing that, and you can also click on the same comment to click it off. So if you want that to come off the screen, you can just click on it again, and it will get off the screen, and then you can toddle through it like that. Also, there is the fridge. Would you be able to jump on up here and have a conversation with us? Because
Fridge.
so there is.
Yeah, we need to know why Carolina Hillbilly is intimidated by you. What's happening?
All right. So if SF Rose was to jump on, she would probably because we're gonna have to use the same microphone. So you'd have to be on this camera instead. All right, or you could be on the camera, but you would have to mute whatever you're talking through. All right, I do not have my audio yet, but we'll work on it. The fridge don't have an audio; she just have a door. She has a front door. That's good enough. Okay, all right. So as I said before, we're talking about caregiving.
Uh-oh. We lost TR.
My back yet?
We lost him. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
I'm going to come back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just don't see you.
All right. Okay, I'm going to come back.
Carolina Hillbilly was at the fridge.
Where is he?
See you guys. Hi, Vermont Paint and Photos. Thank you for coming. Meant to be RV. Welcome. And if anybody else has a caregiving story they want to share, I'm sure I could put the link in there somehow as soon as I learn how to do that, and you can come up and talk too.
Yes. So there's a copy link. You see a little option says copy.
That says copy link.
Yeah. You gotta just click on that and then you paste it in the chat.
I don't see anything that says copy link.
All right. It is. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it.
There's a little thing that says invite. Do I click on that?
That's the same one. Invite. Click on that.
Okay. Copy the clipboard. And just post it in the chat, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I just dropped the link if you guys want to come on and talk a little bit. I don't know what else I can say about caregiving, but
You don't have to say anything else about caregiving. We've said what we believe and what we think so far about caregiving. So what we can do now is just basically talk to the people in the chat. Like for instance, Derek C. Williams is in the chat. I
yes,
want to say thank you so
welcome,
much for coming.
Derek. Thank you for coming.
And Derek is by default a caregiver as well. So Derek can jump on up here for a quick second and say something. Um,
Oh, we have Kubo Niwan. Let's see if I add.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Hello, guys. Sorry, I don't speak too much English, so I'm a Filipino from the Philippines.
All right,
So thank you for mentioning my channel. Hello
you're
to everyone. Shout out to you, host, co-host, TR show.
thank you so much for coming.
There you go. Thank you so much. So, I maybe I cannot speak more of English. I just want to greet you guys and
okay.
everyone here in the chat room. So I would like to say shout out to Carolina. I went to Carolina's live earlier. Then we raided Blacklight. Then next is your live stream host.
Well, thank you. Thank you
There
very
you
much
go.
for the
This
shout
is
out.
my first time to join this kind of this kind of raid thing and all.
Well,
So
we're learning together, right?
yeah. So Kubo ni Juan, I would like to explain my channel. It's Kubo ni Juan, meaning it's a hut. So Juan is a Spanish name, and in English it's John. So it's John's hut.
Oh, okay.
So it's like in Tagalog in the Philippines. So ating pag-usapan, that's my outro. Ating pag-usapan sa Kubo ni Juan. So let's talk it over at John's hut. So it's like that. So I discuss things there on my channel, mostly on Filipino language, and I do sometimes narration videos wherein I put some English words so that other people might understand what I'm showing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have to
So
check you out.
thank you so much. So thank you guys, and oh, co-host left.
Yeah, we lost TR again. I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah, okay, okay. How are you, host?
I'm good.
You're
I'm
good.
good
Okay.
today.
So
Thank
so
you.
so you are a caregiver, right?
Yes, I'm a
Or
caregiver.
there. Okay.
Been a caregiver for 7 years now.
Okay. That's
So,
good. So
yeah.
how was it? How was it?
It's hard work,
It's hard. Yeah.
but it's rewarding at the end of the day. So,
Yeah. I think so.
yeah,
I think so. So
I
we
enjoy
went to Blacklight earlier. So he's discussing about laughter. So laughing. So that's a good topic wherein some of us are not laughing most of the time. So maybe it can help us when you think of happy thoughts, you can laugh so that you can remove some of your stress
right.
at work. Yeah. so so I
That's
think
why I
that's a good
watched the
topic.
TR show.
What? Sorry.
That's why I watched the TR show.
The TR. So I'll go to TR show later in a while. When I when I go down in this StreamYard, I will go to the co-host. So I need to see his channel, so I can go to him and maybe in his live stream I can participate
Yeah,
also in the
he's
chat.
awesome. Maybe
He's back. He's back.
yeah, if one of the mods can drop TR's link and
Yeah, I hope I can see the link so I
only
can go to
one
him.
link.
So, some of you guys are just new to me. So here in the Philippines, it's around 7:30 a.m. So this is my first time to join the group or this live stream. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, and we'll go ahead and drop your link so people
Oh,
can
oh,
connect.
sorry. Thank you, thank you.
Thank
And
you.
hope I can see the link of co-host
Yes.
TR show. Yeah.
Yes.
So again, I'm going down. So thank you so much, and host and co-host, keep it up. So uh, keep pushing. So being a caregiver is a hard job, but it's fulfilling. So try to laugh
Oh
so
yeah,
that you can
definitely.
release your stress and all, just like Black had said. And also, we discussed in Carolina's live earlier is about food, KFC and stuff. So
Yes.
hope to see you again in the TR show. So I'll be leaving now.
Thank you.
Okay, brother. A pleasure having you.
Thank you so much. God bless you all, guys. More
Let's
power to your channels. Thank you. Bye bye.
bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so next in line we have the amazing Sylvia to come up. Let's add her. There she is. Hi, the amazing Sylvia. I don't hear audio. Do you hear her?
No, I can't hear.
Okay. Did we lose her?
I guess a little.
I think we lost her. Oh,
Can y'all
no.
hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear?
Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Sorry, I've been.
Oh,
I think she's having a
oh, that one
internet.
says a device not connected, so we lost. So
Yeah.
let's go to Sandy K. Can you hear
Oh,
me, Sandy?
okay. I was just watching the show. I just want to tell you, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Well,
It's hard
thanks
being
to TR.
it's hard being a caregiver. I took care of my mama, my daddy, and my father-in-law, and
Oh,
it is. It's a hard job.
it's very hard, but at the end of the day, I know that they're taken care of properly and with love, so it's rewarding
Exactly.
at the end of the day. So
And the way I looked at my mama and
Sandy
daddy
K,
was
Sandy K.
Sandy K,
what?
Sandy K, is that current or you're talking about in the past?
I'm talking about in the past. In the
Okay.
past, I took care of them in the past. They're gone now. But the way I look at it is somebody's got to,
That's
and I'd
right.
rather it be me.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, for this family, we were the only ones that even bothered to care. So
Yeah, I mean, you got to have a heart,
yeah,
and I'm just proud of you. I love you.
yeah. I love you too. Thank you.
I love you too, TR.
Oh, you better.
TR forgot he was on the live.
Oh
Well,
Lord.
But I just want to hop on here and tell you that people can come up. I just want to tell you that I didn't want to miss this today.
thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate
Uh,
the love and support. And I try to support everybody I see. Hi, Sanji Watts is here. Hi.
So I'm gonna hop back down so some more can come up.
All right. Thanks, Sandy.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
Sandy K, take care.
Love y'all.
Love
Love
you.
you.
All right. We got Van Life with Gina Payne.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Welcome.
Hey, Van Life.
Hi. I hello. I am honored to be up here with you, Carter Club, and I'm honored to be up here with TR. That's kind of like a bucket list to be on the same screen with TR. What's up, brother? Nice to see you. And I want to tell you about the caregiving. I was a caregiver for 15 years before my heart went bad and I had to quit. And it's a very hard job, but it is the most rewarding job you can have.
Right.
When you see that you can I took care of Alzheimer's residents, and when you see you can put a smile on somebody's face that don't have a smile very often, there's nothing like that. And affirmation that they are a part of somebody or something. And I know it's hard for family because I've watched families try to come into, where the residents at, and try to be close to them, but they just don't know how. And that's where it becomes super hard for family. They don't it's hard for them to not be upset if that person don't remember them or something. And that's where the joy of for me stepped where I stepped into it. I could see that I could be their mother, their brother, their sister, whatever they needed that day. And it meant a lot to me, and it was very hard not to do that when I had to quit, because I had to quit basically overnight. And I do miss that about life, is caring for others. And so yeah, that is something. Like I said, it is the hardest job, but yet the most rewarding job I've ever had. And I've done all kinds of jobs, but that was my last job of the last 15 years. So yeah, it definitely, and props to you for what you're doing. And caregivers are amazing people. You cannot teach compassion. It's either in you or not. And that's what I learned about this. You cannot teach compassion. Either you got it or you don't. And
Yeah.
and I do feel that taking care of family members is even harder. And so much props to you, my friend. And
Yeah.
again, I am so honored to be a part of your show today. And thank you for doing this live. I was excited to get over here. And everybody out there, Carter Club is loyal. When I go to the TR show, I feel like I'm stepping into a family's house. And she's one of the people I met there. I feel like I'm going into Cheers, where everybody knows my name, and it's like the best feeling in the world, man. And I love you guys, and so thank you for having me up. I'm gonna get out of here so somebody else can come up. Much love to you, my friends. Have
Thank
a great
you.
day. You're
Thanks
welcome,
you.
darling. TR, nice meeting you up here, brother.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. You know we love you, right?
All right, darling. I'll talk to you later.
All
Bye
right, no
bye.
problem.
Bye. All right. Finally, we got Tawana waiting here. Hey, Tawana.
Hey, sis.
Welcome.
Hey, bro.
I'm all waving. I know you guys can't see me.
Is that my little brother over there? Hi.
Who's this person?
Don't play with me. You know who I am.
I don't recognize the
Don't
glasses.
don't
I don't
start.
recognize that
Oh,
one.
you want me to
Sorry.
take my glasses off? Okay.
No, you can keep it on. I just don't recognize that one. Come on. I need you to see me. I need you to see me.
What's up, y'all? What's up? Hey, Jen.
Hey.
It's so great to see you.
How are y'all doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Good. I'm so proud of you. I was shocked. Let me tell y'all, we're in like SF Rose did us a courtesy of putting us in a group, right? So we're on WhatsApp all the time. Sick, rain, shine, whatever. So I see the link and I'm like, what's going on? SF Rose says, come support our sister. I'm like, what is happening right now? I click on it and I'm like, Carterclub is not going live. That is not true.
Y'all made me do it.
Yes. Oh my God. I feel like I'm on the Grammys. Yes.
Well, I need to really get on my video skills. So
Oh my goodness. Girl,
one
you
day
can do it.
this will be on there when I'm ready. But
You can do it. If I can do it, anybody can. I'm just saying.
yeah, but your energy. I love your energy. You and Tamar, you guys are like natural.
I'm glad I have a lot of energy. I'm kind of like everybody else who's been talking. I take care of my uncle 24/7. He is vision impaired, and he swears up and down. If I step out of the house for like 2 seconds, he's like, "Where are you? You know I can't see. Where you going?" It's like he used to be in the military. He's retired military. So his voice is way bigger than mine. Like if he yells my name, like people can hear him down the street. Like when you get home, can you not hear your uncle calling you?
Like my husband. That's my husband.
Right. And I'm just like, what is wrong
I'm
with
tired
you?
naming. It's like when he speaks, what? The neighbors can't hear you?
But yeah, everybody, people in China can hear my uncle. I'm like, what are you yelling about or whatever? I just wanted to know where you were. I'm like, really? That's what the commotion is. And his response is always, well, I can't see, so I need to hear your voice. I need to know, you're like right here. So I commend you for that. Like, I don't know how anybody else feels, but for me, like, I haven't been a caregiver for long. It's just been like a few months. But my uncle is hilarious, and he is just like the sweetest. He will be 85 years old in August, and I'm throwing him a surprise birthday party. So, did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to go live for a little bit on. It's August 31st, but we're gonna have the party on that Saturday because his kids are coming from Atlanta.
Oh, exciting.
I know, right? I can't wait. It's gonna be so awesome. So we're gonna have like cake and balloons and fish fry and the ribs and the whole nine. And I'm just gonna let them pig out. And of course they're gonna sing songs because my uncle and my mom, they swear, they're like Gladys Knight and the Pips or something. So it's gonna be like outrageous.
Y'all
And
gonna have fun.
I hope I get all of it on
You need
camera.
to post it.
Trust me, I'm going to try to catch the shenanigans. I promise you. My family is crazy.
Are they all
Anyway,
females?
no.
Oh, because you said crazy, that's why I thought maybe they were all females.
But you know what? You said that, but guess what? Okay, my grandmother had two girls and my uncle, right? My mom had me. I'm a girl. I had my daughter, Bree. She's a girl. My daughter had Honesty, which is a girl. And then my daughter's pregnant again with a girl. So you might be onto something.
Yeah.
That's why your family is crazy. They're all girls.
That's
Oh,
not why we're crazy. We're crazy because the men in the family drive us crazy. That's what that is. Anyway, I got to go, y'all, because I got stuff to do. But I love y'all so, so much. Jen, I'm super proud of you. And you guys have
thank
a
you.
fabulous Monday night. Mwah.
Okay,
Thank
like
you. Love
Bye,
you.
y'all.
Hey, welcome, Amy. I see you there in the chat. Thanks for coming. And vibing with the Rude Girl 72. Thanks for coming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who does that? Where do we get that from? I love Tawana's energy, though. You guys have the best energy. Just
yes,
make me
Tuana,
laugh.
really.
You too. Just
I,
from the
I
moment I went into your live, I think I had less than 100 people. And RGG sent me to you. And I just never looked back. I haven't looked back since. I think it's been almost a year.
yes, it is actually almost a year.
Amazing.
So I went to what's her name? Tuana's stream, and no, I had a stream that Tuana was my guest on there, and that stream couldn't end. It was just going on and on and on and on because everything I said, she had something to say as well, and so there was a constant conversation going on. So it was a stream that lasted forever. So we started like at 2 o'clock at night and 5 o'clock in the morning. We were still going, you know. Tuana really have a lot to say, and we actually have common grounds that we understand things from the same perspective. So we just kept going. If I just could say to Lady Beyonce, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate your presence in the stream. Amazing, amazing. We thank you for coming as well and vibing with the Rude Girl. Thank you all for coming over. We do appreciate you all. And Sanju Watts. And please do kindly, if you had forgotten to share the stream, we would love for you to do it. So for those who didn't know, this week is dedicated to Carterclub. She don't have a lot of video and she don't have a lot of things to run to accumulate hours. So we're doing this week dedicated to Carterclub. So whatever you can do, if you can share a stream, watch a video, watch a playlist, watch anything, recommend her to somebody, do something, and this is how you can contribute to somebody. It's not always about being able to give somebody something monetarily. these little things count. Hitting a like button counts, sharing a stream counts, watching a video counts, leaving a comment counts, and these things are actually free. Doesn't cost anything.
Absolutely.
So whatever you can do to contribute to somebody, we appreciate that a lot. And so I am doing what I can do, and if we all put in our little 2 cents and 1 cent and 25 cents or 5 cents, it come together and make something happen. So I just want to say again, welcome to everybody, and thank you so much for coming. We're talking about caregiving, and what do you think about caregiving? What's your perspective? Do you think if you were, as a matter of fact, let me just ask Carter Club, just in case she has been in this situation. I have seen where older folks, they get a bit feisty, when they age. How do you control somebody who you're a caregiver to that is feisty? Do you like punish them? Like, how do you control the situation?
You just got to try to turn the situation around. Keely was a little spitfire, I used to call her. So she didn't always do what you wanted her to do. So you have to treat them kind of like they're a toddler, like you're teaching a toddler something, but still you have to find that balance between treating them like a child and still letting them be an adult. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and each person's different. So it depends on the person and their personality, and not every situation is the same. So it's individualized. So you just got to find that common ground. See, I'm lucky with our uncle here. He is mentally and physically disabled. He'll be 81 in February.
Oh.
So, and he's, 6 feet, 200 and some pounds. So I can't lift him. Keely was, 5'2", 100 pounds. So he is easier because he can take direction, and if you tell him
Right.
to do something, he can understand it, but he doesn't have the ability to do things in order, or he doesn't have like that common sense to, like, if I'm hungry, I get up and go cook something or get something. He'll just sit there. Or, somebody's knocking at the door, I got to answer it. That doesn't click. So, but taking direction, he can. If you tell him to do something. So thank God, because I wouldn't be able to lift him or anything. So he still helps me. Keely was at a point where she couldn't, and you had to lift her. But luckily she was tiny. So each person's different, and you just got to find that common ground for each one. I saw Derek C. Williams and Robert Banks were waiting to come on. So if you guys want to come back on, I can get you up there. I don't know if we lost them or if they actually left.
They may have left, so you probably want to drop the link down again. And Furman Painted Photos was saying if they were like old, like hillbilly old, that would have been a problem. You're so hilarious, Furman Painted Photos. Hillbilly old is really old, and hillbillies are feisty. So I can imagine.
Yeah, I see.
I wouldn't want to be a caretaker for a hillbilly like Carolina. That could be dangerous. I was just thinking of the person that Tuan was just talking about, that the person was visually impaired, and Carolina Hillbilly came to my mind instantly. I was like saying to myself, "Oh my God, I can't imagine myself visually impaired that much that I have to say, SF Rose, did you misplace my trifocals? Where did you put them?"
We got a lineup coming on now. Let's see. We got the amazing Sylvia back.
Okay, I'm back. Hey. I do apologize for that. I was driving, And then I kept getting phone calls, so I said I'll wait till I get back to the house. But I do have some information on caregivers. My mom, she passed away 8 years ago, and it seemed like it was yesterday. And when she first got sick, we had to take care of her. I have two sisters, so it was three of us. So it wasn't hard to do, but it was hard to do because, first and foremost, it's like her body just shut down. So she could not walk, and they couldn't figure out why she couldn't walk. So she was basically wheelchair bound. We had to lift her up, we had to get her in the bed. And these are females, and like you guys were saying earlier, with her body not working, it was dead weight.
Right.
So, and it's a tough job being a caregiver because they get mean. They do. My mom got very mean. My mom was a God-fearing woman. She was all about God. She was Christian. She never cursed. She never talked about anyone. But during her illness, she turned to a whole different person. She
Yes.
did. She was mean. She was cursing people out. My mom got put out of after we couldn't take care of her anymore. She got put out of 4 facilities. She was a black bandit. And black bandit, when you have a parent in a facility, is they cannot come back there because she was so mean. But she was angry because she was a shell of what she was. So we had to rebuild her self confidence to show her she was still the mighty Mary and she was still the same person. She just couldn't do everything she could do. But that was a hard time in our life. It's frustrating. It just makes you angry. We cried all the time because we could not fix her and we could not make her into that whole person she used to be. She was in the pens. It's awful, y'all, to take care of a loved one and to see them just deteriorate and you can't fix it.
Right. I think
But
that's the
you
biggest thing.
and you have to though. You have to. And then you have to look back on, hey, when I was young, she took care of me. My mom took care of me up until I was way past 21. So, I didn't have a problem doing it. I definitely didn't. But my whole life revolved around what she needed and what we had to do for her.
Right.
So I understand completely, Tony. I do. I do. And I would not trade those years for anything. I would do it all over again. I mean, oh my gosh, it was an incident because she ended up in the pen. So it was an incident where you know how babies have a diarrhea and an explosion? She had an explosion. It was the worst thing ever, the worst thing ever. And she cried like a baby. She cried like a baby. She was like, because it was everywhere. And it was everywhere. And she couldn't do nothing about it. So we just had to clean her up, give her herself pride again, and tell her it's okay. We
Right.
don't know. We don't know until you walk those streets, you walk that life, it's awful. It is bad. But it's good too because you're taking care of your loved one.
Right.
And like I think that was Gina up there. He was saying how she worked in a facility. You have some people who don't want to do their job. And that was a full-time job for me when she finally got into a facility to go there every day to make sure she was good. Because you have some nurses and some caregivers who let her just sit and crap and they didn't take
Mm-hmm.
care of her. And it's awful. And you don't want to put your parents in something like that. So you got to work double time because you got to be up there all the time. Whenever she called, I had to drop what I was doing and go up there because I had to fix the problem.
Right.
So, and I understand completely. Kudos to you. It's a hard job, but you are strong and you can do this. And you are doing wonderful for your first live.
Thank you.
Kudos. Hey, yes. Yes.
B-
You just
before
got to. Hmm.
before you leave, I want to say something. I want to ask something as well.
Okay.
There are many of us. Well, I'm not necessarily me, but all of
Uh-huh.
us at some point, your parent might not die young, nor you might not die before your parent. So your parent
Right.
might eventually become 85, 89, 102, and
Hmm.
there's a strong chance. Never know. You might very well be the caretaker. Now, what I'm concerned about and what I wonder about if you were that child, if you were that child that your mom didn't treat you well growing up, you were not the favorite, and your mom was abusing you for basically your entire life, and
Mhm.
then your mother get old and disabled, and then you are likely to be the one to take care of your mom or to be the caregiver.
Mhm.
How do you manage that situation to know that you don't really see eye to eye with mom? Mom is really not a favorite. How
Mhm.
do you control the situation right there? Do you remind her, I remember when you never used to take care of me, and so you're going to stay in your mess tonight, or, how do you take care of
No,
these
no,
situations?
no. You can't do that, TR. At the end of the day, regardless, what my mom always taught me was no matter how somebody treats you, you kill them with kindness. Kill them with kindness. Yes, they might have treated you like something on the bottom of their shoe, but at the end of the day, it's your job to kill with kindness and give them love. Because at the end of the day, God is looking and God wants you to do the right thing. And if my mom was a bad person and treated me awful, I still would have taken care of her. But my mom was the best. Do y'all hear me? She was all of 4'8" a little bitty firecracker. Y'all see this spirit and this energy I got? I get it from her. She was amazing. So I would have went to war for her. She was the best mom ever. So I didn't have that situation because she gave us her last. When my dad left us, she didn't have any money. She didn't eat, but we ate. So that's the type of mom my mom was. So, but if she was a negative mom and she was like that, I still would have taken care of her. Because at the
Yeah,
end of the day, it's your mother. It's your mother.
No, no.
and
What I'm saying, I know that you're going to take care of her, but I am just saying that I know people who will kind of rub a few things in along the way. They will say, "Don't even do that," because you remember I wasn't your favorite child, and so forth and so on. I'm just saying overall, if a person didn't have a great relationship with their parents, and their parents is old and disabled, and you're now the caregiver, don't be slapping them by reminding them that they were not so nice while they were raising you as a child. Just leave them be, on their way out, and do your best as a caregiver. Just do your part.
That's right.
Forget that
That's
they
right.
didn't take care of you or treat you well. They're your
Right.
parents at the end of the day, and your job is to see your parent through, the way out. It's either you just forget them, and don't be there. But if you're going to be there, then you got to do your full job by taking care of them. That's just what I think.
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, you got to bite your tongue sometimes and just deal with
Mhm.
it because you got to remember they're not that person anymore. So they
Yep.
usually don't know what they're saying or what they're doing or don't
Yep.
realize that they're being mean or rude or
Right.
angry or you just got to
Right.
deal with it and do your best to turn it around, I guess. But,
That's right. That's right.
yeah.
And
Right.
they don't mean that. They don't. They're just angry. They're frustrated and they're angry. They truly don't mean to be mean.
Yeah. And
Right.
and and, and I must warn that your mother, who was already nasty, or your father, who was already nasty, could become even more nasty when they get to this age. They will
Yeah.
forget that they will tell you crap last night, and they will, they just say whatever, because basically they are more like a child again, but they still have their
Mhm.
brain system up and running. So
Yeah.
even though they forget things, they will be nasty to you. They will tell you things that you're not going to like, but you just have to, develop the patience, and the tolerance for them, knowing that they are like a child again. So you just got to do what you got to do. But as
Right.
Aisha said, you can't be kicking a person that is already down. They're down.
Exactly.
Leave them, let them be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them look. Give them a pass. Let them have it. They can have it. Let them have it. So, but that's
Exactly.
just that's just my 2 cents. I just wanted to drop that information. But
Thank
Carter
you for
Club,
sharing.
You're welcome. Just continue to do what you're doing. And on those days where it just get overwhelming and it feel like you can't do anymore, step away and hopefully somebody can step in to assist. It should be some family member or somebody. Because if you don't take that break and step away, it will eat you up and then you will turn that frustration into meanness and then it will affect the person you're caring for. So you got to have
Absolutely.
somebody to relieve that so you can get a break. And don't be guilty for taking a break. It was 3 of us. I promise you, we all took a break. Oh, it's your day. It's your day. That's the way we used to roll with it. Oh no, it's your day. So that's how we did it. And we all did it, and we took care of her. But if it was your day, it was your day. So
That's
anyway,
right.
all right,
Well,
y'all
thank you.
take care. All
Thanks.
right, you're
All
welcome to
right.
y'all. I'm going back in chat. All right.
All
Okay.
right. Okay, I'm gonna bring up Robert because he's tried to get on like 4 times, I think. Hey, Robert.
Hey, what's going on? What's up, y'all?
Not you, Uncle. My uncle's
Wait
Robert
a
too.
minute,
Hey,
wait a
Robert,
minute,
what's up,
wait a
man?
minute. Carter Club, is that TR? Is that TR that I'm looking at right now?
It is.
I actually should be.
Oh man. Oh, hey, um, I think this is a beautiful stream, Carter. Congratulations to you on being a caretaker. I know it's not an easy job for you. Um, I lost my grandfather back in 2017. He had dementia, and I think the thing that tore me up the most about that was I flew from Maryland to Vegas to to go back home to visit him, and he was in the nursing home. And when I walked in the room, it was like it looked like the life in his body it like had left him, and it was hard for me to see him like that. And
Right.
I right away like I couldn't even come to with I couldn't fathom the words. I couldn't put words into the atmosphere. I had to walk out of the room. So the next day I went back to see him and he looked normal. I was showing him pictures and I would ask him his name and he knew my grandmother's name. He knew her name before anybody's name because she was like always by his side. And I would show him pictures to try to refresh his memory because I did everything with him when I was a little boy. When I was a little boy, he took me everywhere. So that was hard for me because he didn't remember me anymore. And I mean, yeah, when they have, they get that, when dementia takes place, they do get angry. They get angry, they get upset about certain things, and it's like it's tough. They forget where they are, and that was tough. That was really really tough. So for anybody that takes part, that takes the role in a position like that as a caretaker, as a caregiver, I commend them. I would actually not mind doing that myself because I love giving back, especially if you have grandparents and you should have a place in your heart for senior citizens anyway. You know what I mean? If you have grandparents and you love them, you should want to treat the elderly with that respect and want to do for them. Do the right thing for them. My sister, she had a job like that too, where she was working at a home like that, caregiving for the mentally ill. And she said it was challenging, but she really enjoyed going to work every day because, you know, yeah, granted, they might have had a condition, but, on their good days, they realize that, somebody's there to help take care of them. You know what I mean? They realize that. They realize that people aren't there to take advantage of them and hurt them and mistreat them in any kind of way and everything. So, I think what you're doing is a great thing, and I commend you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
coming back on too. I know I saw you come and go a few
Yeah,
times. So
I was having interference. It was I don't know what was going on. I was getting this interference from Jamaica. And I tried to log on and it was coming through the stream and I was having TR interference and it kept booting me off lines. I didn't know what was going on.
Well, just whatever, man. Just what?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Before you go, Robert, do you have siblings?
Huh?
Before you go, do you have siblings?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have a younger, I have a baby sister, and I have a brother.
Okay, all right. Just
I'm
what
the
I
oldest.
wanted to, ju- you're the oldest one, right?
Yeah.
All right, just what I wanted to say for those who have siblings, basically the same, in the same age bracket, or if you have siblings that is not a child, they're all adults.
Right.
When one's parents gets old and is probably disabled by whatever means, or someone has to be a caretaker.
Right.
uh, how do siblings decide who is going to take the responsibility?
You
What
know
are the
what?
things that someone should look at to decide, okay, all right, well, I am the eldest one, so I'm going to take the responsibility. Oh, I have the bigger house, so I'm going to take the responsibility. Oh, I have
Yeah.
more money, so I'm going to take. Oh, I have more time. What are we going to look
Yeah.
at to take the responsibility
Yeah.
for, our loved ones?
Yeah. Well, of course, I can't speak on anyone else. I can tell you this much, that between me, my brother, and my sister, we would all step up to the plate and do what we had to do. That's the honest to God truth. Because I've seen, that's actually a good question, because I've seen families that actually fight over that, or they'll play that favorites role. Well, mom liked me better, or dad liked me better, and they're fighting over that, and it's stupid. You know what I mean? Especially when somebody passes away, they're like, well, they left this for me. It
Yeah.
becomes it becomes a it becomes a what they did for me type of deal. It's like, do you realize that you just lost your parent, or lost, you know what I mean? It's like it's like people are all about the money when things go bad. Like they're looking for that inheritance, or what have you. You know what I mean? And that's I'm not a fan of that at all. But at the end of the day, we like I said before, me and my brother, and my sister, we would definitely step to the plate on something like that. That's just how we were raised, though. Wouldn't play that favoritism stuff. Nah, wouldn't do
Yeah.
that.
That's not good for anybody. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, that's not right.
fortunately, I have a brother, and I think that if something were to happen with my mother,
Yeah,
uh, I would probably be the one taking care of her.
yeah,
But with this situation with the uncle, we are
mhm.
literally the only two.
Right, right.
There's nobody else. I don't
Yeah,
have backup. So,
yeah, yeah,
we don't have a
yeah,
life right now, but that's okay because I feel like this is where we are needed and where we're meant to be. And this is
absolutely,
what it wants me to do.
absolutely. Yeah.
Here we are.
It's funny. It's funny because we a lot of times we stress about the things that we don't have any control over, and things, the way things happen, a lot of times are how they, it's how they were meant to be anyway. But we question that. We question that a lot as to why things are happening the way they are, and you know, you just have to be thankful. You got to be thankful for the times now. You know what I mean? Like, especially with everything going on in the world now, you have to be thankful for. You hear about so many families that are falling victim to this virus and all that stuff like that. How the senior citizens are really being affected because they're not, their immune systems aren't as strong, and they're dying due to this thing out here. And it's like, I think that as a people, as a community, I think we need to be thankful for you know our family around us, and say, hey, you know what? I thank God that my family hasn't been affected by this. And pray not only for your family, but pray for those families who have fallen victim to this thing going on. You know what I mean? So it's just, you just have to be thankful all the way around. You know what I mean? You show love. You know, God sees you doing the right thing. You know what I mean? You were put in a position. You you know Everybody's not built to be a caregiver, and God chose you.
That's right.
So, yep, absolutely. So,
Thank you.
oh, no problem at all. No problem. No problem, Carter. No problem at all. And hello to the chat. Hope you guys are doing good out there. And yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, staying positive, and you'll definitely be blessed tenfold. I wish you and your family nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, your family as well. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate that, guys. I'm pretty sure you probably got somebody else waiting backstage and everything.
Yeah, we got CJ waiting backstage here.
Okay. Yeah, it
And
took a little while. I noticed. I noticed when on your backstage, you got guys do the makeup and all that stuff. So they had to fix the makeup on me, and they had to pull the Hollywood chair out, had my name on it, and all that good stuff. It took a while. It took a while. My limo was late too, so you know. Yeah. So I appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you. I thank you. I thank you for having me on. Oh, sorry about that.
thank you for coming on, and thank you for coming back.
No problem. No
Yes.
problem. It was my pleasure. My
A
pleasure.
pleasure. And on your way out, look to the side. You will see orange juice and Hennessy and all kind of juice in the green room. You can.
Can I take some for the road?
Oh yes, definitely.
I can take some. You said some Hennessy.
Yes, yes.
Oh, Hennessy. Oh, so you want to get me drunk, huh? Oh. I thought you might want some Twitter sticks. That's what I thought you might want.
Oh yes. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. But hey, look. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for your hospitality. Thank your stream. Thank you, PR. Thank you, Carter. Thank you, SF Rose, for sending the invite for me to come show Carter love. And if you guys happen to be doing anything else tonight, I'll definitely try to jump in. I gotta start meal prepping right now and stuff. So I wish all you guys a good night, and hopefully I'll see you guys a little bit later on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Thanks for coming.
All right, guys. Have a good night now.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
All right, we got CJ. There he is.
Yo, what's happening? Nice to be here. Thank you, Carterclub. What's up, TR? I think I've been there before, right? Or yeah, I've been over there. I've been in that house before. What are you doing in my house?
Yes.
You're in my house? How you doing, guys?
I'm really well, thank you.
So I want to tell you something that happened to me. I've never been a caregiver for my own family, but I actually was a caregiver for a friend through my uncle, who had me doing some yard work for this man and woman. It was actually one of his clients. It was a woman, an elderly woman, and I was pulling the weeds and doing the lawn work. Eventually, she called me up, saying, can you come back? Come back. And I said, okay, I'll come back. And then she kept telling me she doesn't have anybody to help her. And I found out she has a son who is in his 60s, and he lives at the house, and he doesn't really do anything for his mom, and the mom is in her 80s. So I'm like, something's not right here. I don't understand. But anyway, I got close to them. I started helping them, going to the store, the grocery store. I'm a nice person. I mean, I'll help people. Then it turned into every weekend, and then just constantly calling and helping them, and I felt bad. So essentially, I was helping two people in one, and then it turned into more of me helping the son who was in his 60s, and he had a son, but he had a bad relationship with his son who was in about my age. Okay, so now I'm thinking, what's going on here? Why does this man have a bad relationship with his son? What? It's like this guy's almost like a dad to me, and I'm helping this guy out. I reach out to his son to say, like, your dad's in bad shape. He has health problems. The grandmother had even worse health conditions. But anyway, I'm such a nice person. Like, I just like felt bad for them, and I just continually helped them, and eventually I felt like it turned into something more that I couldn't control. And this happened for about a year, and it even involved my own family. Like, I brought him over to my house to have dinner with me. I got him out of the house, took him for walks around the park. I mean, I did everything I could to spend time with him, and all he wanted was a friend, like a son, someone to spend time with, not even just to do things for him, just someone to spend time with. Like, he was longing for a son. And
Companionship.
companionship, and I just continually helped him and his mom, and it just it became a really big burden on me because I have my own family. I have a 7-year-old daughter. I have a wife, and what happened was I started to ignore my family in a way, and I started to focus all my because what happens when the way I operate is that when I do something, I'm all in for it. I go all out. I just keep going and I don't stop. So I was all energy on this gentleman and his mom, and I kind of was leaving my family on the back burner. And eventually, my wife was like, you're not spending time with us. You're just everything is about them and taking care of them. And I had to stop. I had to stop and say, okay, like I need to realize what's going on here. And sometimes you really just have to stop what you're doing and just think about what's going on. If I'm again, this was what wasn't my family, but eventually I had to stop. Actually, stop. I had to tell them. Unfortunately, I couldn't continue because I actually felt like I was falling into like a trap a little bit. I mean, he would give me some money here and there, but it became too much of a burden. I was driving way too far, and it just became a burden that he couldn't see. And the man lived in his past. He was all about his past, and he couldn't live in like the present moment. He's like, if I had done this, if I had done that. I'm like, well, you can't live like that. You have to live in the now. We can't live in the past. Whatever happened in the past, unfortunately, is the past. But people who have depression and people who suffer from things, they can't see the now and the future. They're so focused on what happened in the past. So
Right. Unfortunately, yep. And that's what happens, especially with the older generation. And when if they start to get dementia or Alzheimer's or something, the past is all they know.
yeah,
So that's what they remember. That's what they stay. They can't remember what happened an hour ago or yesterday or
yeah. I mean, it was tough. I mean, the man was constantly in and out of the hospitals. He was a heavy drinker, and then he sobered up. Then he fell back into drinking a little bit. He had cirrhosis of the liver, so he had pain and constant pain. Just helping him and his mom was really difficult. And I've never been put in such a difficult position in my life, but I was enjoying helping them. It makes me happy to help people. I've always enjoyed helping people. I mean, if it's a matter of me taking my shirt off right now and giving it to you because you need a shirt, then that's what I'll do for you. So, you just have to realize sometimes you got to stop and think about what you're doing. If you're going too far, you got to have a limit.
exactly. Yeah, and
Uh,
I do it both personally and professionally. So,
okay,
you know, this
that's
is
a
not
lot.
the first time we've taken, but my husband has the same heart. So he's always for helping people, especially kids and animals. You have no, I mean, we've had his nephews here. We've we've helped raise them. Because he comes from a huge family.
Okay,
So we've always had somebody with us other than our own family.
so
So,
this is your first time taking care of a family member.
um, yeah, actually, this is the first time picking.
Yeah, I've never been put in that predicament or situation, but I
When I was
mean,
younger, my grandfather did have Alzheimer's, but he was in a home. But I used to go there and feed him.
okay.
But I was a teenager, so
Yeah, it's not an easy task. I mean, like I said, if you have the means to do it and
yeah,
do it within your control and not going beyond of what you're capable of, like you were mentioning, physically not being able to lift and whatnot, then you can't do that. Then find there's a lot of resources out there to take care of family members. Unfortunately, like a lot of people don't want to do that, but we have so many resources out there where we can have them taken care of a nurse or somebody, even just to help out a little bit, whatever you can do.
yeah, yeah. We have that in the back of our mind, but I think we prefer that he's here. He's here with us now because
Okay.
we know he's taken care of.
Okay, that's good.
We know where he is and what he's doing. We know he's clean.
Yeah,
So
I can understand that.
yeah. So we've kind of decided, and my husband's. This is his father's brother. His father died when he was 6. My husband's father. So this is like he never had that chance
Oh well.
to take care of a parent. So this is like this was his chance, I guess.
Hmm.
So we kind of put our lives on hold, really, to be able to do this.
Yeah,
And
it's a tough time, especially for what's going on in the world. It's a really tough time.
but we were also in better shape then because my husband wasn't sick. I was in better shape, So
Yeah.
I have my own medical issues to deal with, let alone my husband dealing with his, and then dealing with our uncle and everything else that comes along. So
Well, like I said, I mean, if you feel that it's becoming too much, like try to get some outside resources to help out, even if it's just helping, maybe not taking full control, but some kind of help if it's becoming really that much stress or that much, work for you and your husband.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
You also got to keep your mind and your body clear too, clean, and you know, can't if you they just say like I don't know, I guess it would be like I don't bring a police officer, but a police officer can't go to a scene if he's speeding and gets hurt trying to go to a scene because he cares so much about the person that he's speeding and ends up crashing and dying. I mean, what use of is the police officer to go to a scene? So it's kind of like the same concept. What
I
good are
know.
you if you can't help somebody? Don't overextend yourself. Don't overstress yourself or do so much work that it's becoming unbearable.
Yes, absolutely. I know I'm no good to anybody else if I don't take care of myself. And I try to, but there are days, we all have those days where you just don't feel like it, or you wake up not feeling good, which happens a lot with me, unfortunately, but I
Yeah,
just keep pushing through.
that's good. Well,
They
keep up the hard
actually,
work.
yeah, my family actually keeps me going. So,
That's great.
like, if I didn't have them, I think I would probably be in bed forever.
Oh, we don't want that. So we're here for you. We love you. And thank you for having me on here. Thank you, TR. Appreciate you
Thanks for
guys.
waiting. Thanks for coming. I
See,
appreciate it.
see you guys. Thank you.
All
Yeah.
right, a pleasure, Chris, for coming. All, all
Okay.
right, so
We have one more person waiting.
okay, all right, bring the person on up.
It's Mr. Fulton.
Hey, TR, surprise.
Welcome.
Hello, Carterclub. How you feeling?
We're okay. How are you?
Dinner, right?
Good.
Just getting ready for college next week.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yes.
They're actually going to let you physically attend. You're going to be able to go there.
Yeah. This is my second year, so basically, I learn about job skills and how much environment we work for every year. Like
Oh, that's great.
what kind of jobs we want and how much we get paid.
That's great.
Mhm.
Be careful and wear your mask.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you want to say anything about caregiving, or you just wanted to say
Well,
hi?
well, yeah. one of my
Mr.
I
Fulton,
think, yeah.
do you happen to have anyone in your family who ever needed caregiving, or do you know of anybody in your family who had to be a caregiver to somebody?
Well, my girl was a caregiving. Um, she she's been helping me in the garden, and she's very nice to me and loyalty. So that's all I've got.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad she was nice to you.
hmm
Yeah, that's fantastic, I must say.
All right. And I thank you for coming and for sharing your
You're
story.
welcome. Oh, and Carter Club. You didn't know that my 21st birthday was on Monday. Last Monday.
I did. I actually was I at the little premiere. I don't know if I saw it live, but I did wish you a happy birthday. So happy
Oh,
first.
thank you.
You're welcome. You are so welcome.
Yeah,
I think we're going to get ready to wrap it up, though, right, TR?
Yes,
I think so.
we're just about getting ready to wrap up. We're going to do another 10 minutes. That will take us into 1.5 hours. But at the same time, though, I saw my message buzzing. Guys, I am not the host of this show. If you have Cash App, don't send it to me. Send it to Carter Club, okay? So I'm going to ask SF Rose to drop Carter's Club Cash App in the chat. So if somebody wanted to donate something, do not donate to TR. Donate to Carter Club. Thank you very much.
That is so awesome. Thank you. If you want to donate, I didn't even expect that. All I'm expecting is watch hours, watch hours, watch hours. Because I need 7 billion of them.
I can imagine. We're gonna be working. We're gonna be working on your watch hour all week this week.
Good.
Um, so so after this, what time do you want to go live tomorrow?
We can do the same time, works for me all week. So if it works
Okay,
for you, it works for me.
Well, I'm
okay.
going
So
live tomorrow. Tomorrow at 3. If you guys want to swing by.
All right.
okay,
We'll keep that in mind. Tomorrow at 3, Mr.
Yeah.
Fulton.
okay. All right, Mr. Fulton. Have a great
All
one
right.
now, and we will see you tomorrow at 3.
Okay, sounds good, Teal.
All right.
Bye.
All right, bye.
The Miss Yo-Yo Show. Thank you for coming. Where have you been this whole afternoon? The Miss Yo-Yo Show. This is
Oh, the
not where
Miss
you belong. In the bush. You should have been out this whole time. Wait.
And Chanel's World is here. I didn't get to welcome any of these people. Sean J.A., the Miss Yo-Yo Show, Chanel's World, Allwood Posse, Lady J, welcome. Who else did I miss? We talked to CJ. I think that was it. Oh, Nasty TV was here. I don't know if they're still in the building, but they were here earlier. So welcome everybody. And I
Yes.
thank everybody for their support and for showing up for this live. I appreciate it very much. And for TR being my co-host.
Oh yeah. All right, so guys, as we're saying, we have just about 7 minutes into the outside of the stream. If there's any question that you've always wanted to ask Carter Club, but you didn't want her to type the answer, you wanted her to answer you straightforward. You wanted vocal answers. This is the time when you get to ask a personal question. You want to say Carter Club. I've always wondered about so forth and so on. You get the time to ask. Oh, there you go. The Alwood Passy wants to ask a question. Go right ahead. spill that question, my brother and sister and daughters.
Yes, please ask.
Okay, and in the meantime, I want to just say thank you, guys. Remember to tell your friends tomorrow. Today we had at least 28 people in the chat. Tomorrow we need to have minimum 30 people tomorrow in the chat. So please tell your friends and loved ones and daughters and cats and horses and everybody to be here at 7 o'clock. We're going to be rocking this joint again. And for the remaining portion of this week, we would love to gather at least 1,000 hours this week. That's right. So if we can get it popping, please remember to invite a friend, and so we can gather here tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow again, right here. I'm not sure what the topic is, but we're going to be announcing it in my stream tomorrow, what the topic is going to be. And then we're going to be here at 7 o'clock tomorrow. If we should do a part 2 of this same topic, let us know, or else we're going to just choose a new topic for tomorrow. And if you have something in mind that you think we should talk about, then you can also suggest a topic. We will look into it as well. All right. Okay. The fridge is saying that maybe we should consider the topic fridges. What do we think about deep freezers, standing refrigerators, and so forth and so on? What do we think about Black Fridge Lives Matter? That's right.
Black stainless steel. Wait, smart fridge lives matter.
That's right. Smart. That's a very good one. Smart fridge lives matters. Of course. That's right.
Let's see. SF Rose is saying there's question. I don't see any questions in the chat. Okay.
Marco wants to know, is TR ever going to do the makeup stream?
Oh,
and
that's right.
You know what? you know what could be a good idea? I could do the makeup on your show one of these days this week.
I'm down for that. We've been waiting. I know me and Amy and Vermont Paint and Photos have been waiting for the makeup tutorial for how long now? It's been months. That would be great.
I'm going to consider that. We probably could. Today's what?
Tuesday? I think that should be Friday's topic.
Friday's topic? All right. So Friday we can do a makeup challenge. Myself and Carterclub will do a makeup challenge right here, live.
We want your makeup tutorial.
Okay. CJ's info is saying his daughter put makeup on him. He thinks it's about time that I do my makeup. Vermont, you are such an instigator. I thought you would have left that to the ladies, but you're such an instigator. So I would have done the makeup already, but I couldn't find the mirror. There is no MIRROR.
They don't even use mirrors anymore. They actually use their camera now. I've seen my girls do that.
I forgot.
Use their camera. I'm like, what are you doing? These kids and their gadgets.
No, I am used to seeing girls have a little round looking thing in their hand, and they'd be like.
Not anymore. It's now a smartphone with the camera on reverse.
Boy. Okay, guys. So if there's no question, we are just 2 minutes away from the end of the stream. So fire away. Is there any other questions for anybody? Any other questions?
Shane J.A. said do a no makeup mirror challenge.
So there was a question for you, Carter. The Allwood Passy asked the question.
Why do you have such a beautiful soul? I don't know if the question is for Carter.
It is for Carter Club. I don't have a beautiful soul.
Exactly. That's why I wasn't really sure. She asked it and tagged Carter. So their question is, Carter Club, why do you have such a beautiful soul?
Why? Because God made me this way. I don't know.
Because what?
God made me this way with a beautiful soul.
No, I am not accepting that. I am not accepting that. Hell no. I don't agree.
I don't know. I was put on this earth to take care of people and animals. which is why I have so many dogs.
So many dogs. So what I would say, when you came on earth, of course you came like how you left the presence of, well, like how you left the creation of God. But after you got here, it is now your full responsibility whether you want to be a soul of light or a soul of darkness. So if you didn't have a upkeep of your soul, it would not have been as beautiful as it is these days. The people who had these miserable mentality, some of them is the cause of it. They believe in so much nonsense, and they walk around doing so much nonsense that they become as dark as their nonsense. So
Yes.
at the end of the day, it is our own responsibility to keep shining as the light that we came, or else we're going to be as ugly as the rest of people who are doing ugly things.
Yes, I choose the light. Positivity and light, please, for the win.
But the Allwood Passy is saying that's a very good answer. So we're going to accept it. There was some, the fridge was saying that it is actually a stainless fridge. Now, what I want to know is if this fridge is male or female, so I can know how to address you in the next stream.
It's
Is this
non-binary.
huh?
It's non-binary. Doesn't have a
Okay, okay.
male or
It's
female.
it's unisex.
It's
All
just
right.
stainless. So
Okay, this is a unisex fridge, guys. Unisex. Okay? So we can't address it as Mr. or Mrs. Fridge. This is just a stainless
it's
fridge.
the fridge. The
Ah,
fridge.
oh boy.
I want to know why Carolina Hillbilly is so intimidated by it.
I tell you, there's a mystery going on up there. There's such a mystery going on between Carolina and that fridge. I tell you.
Blames everything on the fridge.
Well, with that said, with no more questions, I guess we would have been, or we have arrived
We
at the
have
end of today's
arrived.
stream if there is no other questions. And remember, please, I don't want anybody else to donate to me in this stream. I am just the co-host. If you wanted to donate, please do it all to Carter Club. She is the host of the show. Thank you so much for coming. And I want to just take the time out to extend my gratitude to everybody who turned out today. CJ's Info, Sandy K, Expedition Greg, Shan J.A., the Allwood Passy, Lady J, Vibing with the Rude Girl, Chanel's World. Thank you so much for coming. Vibing, I called your name already. Lady J, I called that name already. Okay, I called every name. So thank you all for coming. I'm sure
Thank
Carter
you.
Club wants to tell somebody thanks as well. So this is where we do the vote of thanks. So fire away, Carter Club. Thank everyone, whomever you
Yeah,
want
I
to
just
thank.
want to thank everybody for coming too. Vermont Pain Photos, Blacklight Records. Thank you, thank you. Vibing with the Rude Girl 72, Expedition Greg. I want to thank you, TR, for being my co-host for this week. I appreciate it. And SF Rose, love you. Uh,
What did SF Rose do?
she sent out the invites. She did all the hard work. You're doing what comes natural to you.
Okay. Okay, thank you, SF Rose, for inviting all these amazing people. You have been
And being a
fantastic behind the scenes.
mod, Angela M. Latrice Black. I don't know if she was in here earlier. I think Chanel's World. Thank you.
Huh?
Robert Banks. CJ's Info. Thank you guys. Are we going same time tomorrow? 7
Yeah,
your time, 4 my
yes.
time,
Yes, same
4
time
p.m.
tomorrow.
Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. The fridge. Maybe we can get on tomorrow with the fridge. Sonji Watts, thank you for coming as well. Yeah, so same time tomorrow. I'm not sure what the topic's going to be. I have a couple of them.
All
So
right. We'll
I'll send
discuss
them to
that.
you and we'll go from there. I made it through my first live. Thank you guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you until we see you
God
again.
bless.